All right, we are pulling out all the stops in this one, talking Texans football. Hey, we want to be your go-to source for Texans football. We started this channel. We're a couple of Lions fans, but we love the NFL. So we started a second channel talking about teams that the national media honestly ignores. And we don't like talking about the big market teams. You'll never hear us talking about the Cowboys on this channel. It's not happening. We've made probably over 40 Texans videos at this point. It's kind of really narrowed it down to the Texans and Browns. But with the Texans in this playoff run, they just got some sneaky good news. And I don't know, I hate calling it good news, but because I never like to talk about player injuries as good news. But how about this? Maybe they caught a break. And as you can see here, Adam Schefter reported that Ravens have ruled out quarterback Marlon Humphrey for Saturday's divisional playoff game versus the Texans due to a calf injury. So in this video, we're going to talk about that. We're going to go deep. I mean, we're going to go deep. We're going to talk about who is replacing him, how much does it actually hurt the Ravens, all of that kind of stuff, and we'll go into the injury report itself. So he's got this calf injury. He sustained it on December 31st during the regular season there, might have been the final game of the regular season. I'm not positive. And he just hasn't been able to make it back. There was hope that he would get back for this game. He is not making it back for this one. So you got CJ Stroud. You got a red-hot Nico Collins. You got a passing attack that just destroyed a very good Cleveland Browns secondary and a very good Cleveland Browns defense. Now, this Baltimore Ravens defense might not be as star-studded. It has its share. All right, it has its share of stars, but they are going to be unbelievably well disciplined. All right. Mike McDonald, defensive coordinator, was their old linebacker coach. He went to Michigan to be the defensive coordinator for a year. Then he went back to Baltimore to be their defensive coordinator. He's a hot name on the head coaching search. And anytime you have a D coordinator that's a hot name on a head coaching search, you know you got something good. All right. So that is absolutely something he's to look out for. This defense has remarkable linebacker play. It has remarkable linebacker play, but let's look at who is going to be replacing. All right, let's look at who is going to be replacing our guy, Marlon Humphrey. So it's going to be basically, I'll throw this up here for you. Humphrey's out. Ronald Darby's going to slide in and play corner on the opposite side of Brandon Stevens. That's what you're going to get. Don't forget you still have Kyle Hamilton and Marcus Williams in the back end. They're doing a fantastic job. So naturally, I like to go to PFF for stuff like this. Ronald Darby and Brandon Stevens actually have better PFF grades, believe it or not, than Marlon Humphrey does this year. And part of that's because Humphrey's been dealing with injuries. That's a big part of it. Arthur Malay is also a guy that you could see get in there, but he's going to be playing more of the slot, I think. So anyways, you got Darby and you got Stevens. They're ranked 42nd and 44th in PFF. 69. They both have a PFF grade of 69. That's good. But I'm telling you right now, that's not lockdown corner good. All right, Marlon Humphrey, when he was doing his thing, all right, over the course of his career, I'm going to give you his grades: 74, 78, 69, 76, 66, 77. Like, the guy is different, all right? He is better. He just flat is, all right? And then you have very good safety play. So you still are going to have to be disciplined, but I think this is an area where you can attack a little. So the next question you have to ask yourself is, all right, well, we're going to Baltimore. We're an indoor team. What's the weather going to look like? All right, so Saturday, tomorrow, you got 27 degrees, partly cloudy with a 4% chance of precipitation. As far as all that goes, very good. Like, that's fine. Like, cold is fine. Cold is okay. Now it's a little, you would have much rather been playing, 41 with a 6% chance of precipitation. Here's the issue that you're looking at. Winds 15 miles per hour. That's going to be your struggle. And what does it look like throwing the ball through the wind? Because I'm telling you right now, the Baltimore Ravens are happy putting the ball on the ground. I think the other advantage that your team has is people forget that Lamar Jackson has yet to prove he's good in the playoffs. He's yet to prove that. And so when you're looking at these things, yes, Lamar Jackson is your MVP. I understand it. Even though CJ Stroud, I'm telling you, if he's not injured for those 2 games, and this team is 11-6, and he had a legit outside shot at that. I don't think they give it to a rookie, but he had a legit outside shot at the MVP this year, which is just insane to me. It's insane to me. But Lamar Jackson has not been good in the playoffs. So, yeah, they're coming off. They're a little rusty. If you start hot, you can start in a similar way as you did against the Browns. The Browns sat their players, so they were a little bit rusty. The Ravens sat their players and had a bye week. Here's the difference, all right? I talk about on this channel all the time about the Browns and Kevin Stefanski and how he's a good coach. And I do think he's a good coach because he's brought sustained success to the Browns. He's not John Harbaugh. John Harbaugh is arguably the best coach in the NFL. Proven coach. I mean, you could go Tomlin, you could go Harbaugh. I mean, it's a short list. Belichick, but that hasn't been good as of late. So you have to look at this and realize, now he's going to have this team ready. He's been in this situation before. He knows what he's doing, and he's had success with anyone. So don't expect the mess ups that you got against the Browns. You're just not going to get it. You have to go out and take it if you're going to have it. So there's kind of a thing. Marlon Humphrey, okay, try and take advantage of that. It looks like your team's going to be relatively healthy as I'm looking at the injury report. Out Jerry Hughes at the end, but it looks like Rankins might be able to make it back. Will Anderson has just been resting. So you have a shot. You got a puncher's chance because you have the best quarterback. And don't give me this, we're a Houston team. How are we going to play in the cold? Remember, your star tandem right now that has been red hot, all right, your trio of CJ Stroud, Nico Collins, and Montgomery. I'm sorry, I just completely said the wrong name. But anyways, those 2 guys will go with Nico Collins and CJ Stroud. Michigan, Ohio State, they played in cold weather. They understand how to do it. They know what they're doing in the cold weather. And Lamar Jackson has struggled, not necessarily in the cold weather, but in the playoffs. So, hey, we want to be your go-to source for Texans videos all off season during the playoffs. Man, this playoff run is fun. This off season's going to be amazing with the draft picks. You know what I'm saying? Oh my goodness, we'll be following coaches and who you might get if Bobby Slowick stays. I think he will. I really hope he does. Right? And then $70 million in cap room. This is gonna be fun, everybody. All right, hope you like it. Subscribe if you do. See ya.